if you'll pull out, keep your lamps. We're going to be starting on the page where you see the solfege written in. So that is page number 4. And what I want you to do for a minute is just look over. We're going to take like a solid 10-15 seconds. All you're looking at is that page. I want you to find like a couple places that you're going to have to really be paying attention, or you might make a mistake, or like maybe there's a challenging part for you. Yeah. Alright, you're singing soprano on this? Are you singing alto?
I can sing you.
You pick. Alright, awesome. So, my soprano, you get basically a melody with the accompaniment under you. What are some parts that may be challenging?
When I was looking through, I thought about the saute.
Yes.
Saute
Right.
was the part that felt kind of weird.
Right?
Yes.
Especially because the part under you, altos, what do you have right there? Yeah, right. So don't let that trip you up. Good. Any other parts, alto or soprano?
I think in measure 28, the fa to me,
Yes.
I feel like I'm not going to go as low as I need to. That might be a little sharp.
Or are you looking at the tenor part?
No, the sopranos and 28.
Ah, I see.
Yeah.
Yes. Right.
Sorry.
Right. That's a good observation. I wouldn't have thought of that. Very nice. All right, where else? Anywhere else? Let's talk about some cutoffs and breath marks then. So, sopranos, I'd love for you to write a note to self. In measure 26, after weary, you're going to take a breath there. And then in measure 28, after weary, you'll also be taking a breath. In measure 30, after weary, you're going to keep going all the way through till your work is done.
Okay.
So, yes, so carry on that last time. Every other time, take a breath.
Okay.
And then altos, if you'll notice, your part is not as challenging as soprano part, but don't forget your rest. And cut off and take that breath for yourself. All right, awesome. So, sopranos, one other section, measure 31. Seeing that part, just because you have a half note and you may not be subdividing, don't forget when you get there to subdivide so you can feel that 8 and dotted quarter and move right on through that.
Okay.
All right.
Yep.
Awesome. So we're going to start with just this one soprano run. Here's what it sounds like through measure 28. All right, let's try that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, ready, sing. Good. Let's do the alto part. So altos, I'm not going to play this for you. I'm just going to assume that you can find your pitches. Let's sight read that and see how it goes. All right. Here's your starting pitch. Here we go. I'm going to use 4 beats. 1, 2, ready, sing. Your one pitch that's different, right? All right, awesome. Okay, now we're going to put those together. While you're seeing it this time, I want you to think some about just the text, what it says, what it sounds like, what it feels like. Here we go. Sopranos will be coming in first. You got the same starting pitch. I'll give you 6, Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ready, sing. Yes, very good. I gave you some extra pitches in there, but you stayed on my do and re and measured 30. Awesome. Let's talk about our text sum, and we're going to do a little activity. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to read over your part and text in your part. You've got dynamic markings on the board here. You're welcome to use any of these in whatever app you're in. I want you to write some notes to self. I want you to use these in any variety 6 total times. So if you use this once, it's 1. You can use a crescendo and then a decrescendo back to back. That's, you got 2. Throw one of these, you're at 3, right? So use 6 of them. Write in your music where you feel like you should have some dynamics. And those 6 don't all have to be for your part. So some of them can be for the sopranos and some for the altos. So take about a minute to write those in, and then we'll talk some about it. This evening, I'm going to airdrop this. All right, are we all good? Okay, so let's talk about it. We'll go over, I want one person to offer all their markings. I want everybody, right, there's one person marking their markings in, no pressure, but one person who's willing to say, here's what I've got. Yes, okay, and I want you to write these in preferably a different color.
Okay,
Let's
so
hear it.
at the pickup to 25, I've got in soprano part, I've got mezzo forte,
Okay.
start off, and then on don't, the long so, I have a crescendo,
Yes.
and then on that weary, the sol fa me, I've got a smaller decrescendo,
Awesome.
and then I do the same thing in 27 on don't, I've got the crescendo, and then on the fa me do, I've got the decrescendo. And then again, on the don't, I've got a crescendo, same thing on the so fa me,
Right.
the decrescendo, and then on work,
Yes.
and I've got a tiny crescendo, and then a decrescendo into done in the first ending.
Yes. Awesome. I love it. Would anybody like to offer some markings for the alto part? Doesn't have to be 6.
I have like a crescendo and on each weary.
Uh-huh.
I have the first measure being a crescendo from piano, and then
Okay.
re being
Yes.
a decrescendo
Yes.
right down.
Awesome.
And then I can have that set for the same, except for the last one since it's a longer phrase. I have a big crescendo to all the way till work. When we get to forte, and then big crescendo back to piano or mezzo piano.
Okay. Awesome. All right. So basically for altos, every time you have weary, we're gonna sing this one from there. I want you to do your best to crescendo, then decrescendo. You're gonna start piano, and then you're gonna build in that last phrase. Similar thing with soprano, right? Through your phrases, you're gonna crescendo and then decrescendo. Let's give that a go. So we're gonna try it on text now. I want you to do your best at those dynamic markings, and we'll see how it goes. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ready, sing.
Good.
good run. I especially liked in measure 30, that like soaring part all the way to the soprano. Let's give it one more run like that. And I'm gonna drop out about halfway through. So do your best, keep on going with confidence. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, ready, sing. Yes, all right. Awesome, we landed on those final pitches. Let's look at one more score. This time we're gonna look at our composer's original markings. So I'm going to airdrop to you, that to you. Let's see. Here we go. I've got Blake, Hannah, Elaine, Arts. Yes, I love it. All right, we're gonna take about 30 seconds. Just compare. Let's talk about what looks similar and what looks different and how effective you feel like that is. So I'm noticing that the markings that Blake put in for Weary are pretty much the exact same. Yes, that composer's great. Awesome. And then,
That was loud.
yeah, you're just loud, period.
That was loud.
I do feel like the markings you put in were artistic and that they would be a good move for your part,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
Because you do have, on that first part, you have children and you're crescendoing through there, I think you can definitely make a case for the markings that you put in, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. In our text, right, it's don't get weary, so I guess maybe that's where he has forte markings all the way throughout. For the sopranos, just wants you to sound like that strong melody line, right?
Yeah.
All right, let's get this one more run. We're gonna do it with these markings and call it a day. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, ready, sing.